Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Attacker72 here, and for today's video, 2022 is nearly upon us, and I have to say, Nintendo has a lot of big games in store for us for next year. Well, I want to say a lot as it is only a few big ones, but I'm sure they're going to be announcing a lot more when 2022 comes. And you know, it's not really that much of a big selection so far as we got them for this year and back in 2019. Not sure about 2020, but for this video, I'm going to be listening through the games that fans are excited for and you know, are very hyped to get. Like, the Switch games lineup so far for 2022 has been pretty exciting and intriguing so far. So that's why I want to be listening through all of them in this video. And so with that, let's just not waste time. Let's get hyped for the games I'm going to be listening out throughout the video. Now, the first game I'm gonna be talking about now personally, I don't know much about the series, but Advance Wars 1 and 2, a Reboot Camp, is a game that was just delayed a few months ago, and it looks like the release date has kind of been leaked for spring, but in the eShop, it was leaked to be somewhere between April of 2022. But anyhow, like I said, don't know much about the series as far as I know, but all I can say is that it was a Japan exclusive back then for the SNES, and then it was re-released later in the West, but then after that it was kind of ported for the 3DS, and that's about it. And it didn't really get that much attention until the Switch decided to, you know, remastered all of them. Now, for those who are a fan of like tactical and, you know, war games and all, this game could pretty much be for you. I'm not sure if Advance War is sort of a war game and all, but like I said before, I don't know much about the series. Now, the Pokemon franchise has been going through a lot of different iterations for the past 20 years and all. Like, most of the time, it is a turn-based RPG game with a story. Then, there is Pokemon Go, in which is kind of a odd sort of variation of a Pokemon game, except that caused a few controversies in the past. Then there was Pokemon Unite, which just came out a few months ago. I'm not sure about the Pokemon Unite, which is like, I don't know, is it like an online game? And then there was like Pokemon Cafe Mix. Like, Pokemon has been going through a lot of different iterations. There was also once a puzzle game, which was Pokemon Shuffle. But now, with Pokemon Legends Arceus, this has given the series a big twist, a whole new, direction to the genre, as Arceus is not only a somewhat RPG game, but it is actually an open world game. Well, I wouldn't say it's open world, as it was confirmed that it is supposed to be an open world game, but it's like a semi-open world. So yeah, it's not entirely open world game, but it's nonetheless an open world game either way. Pokemon Legends Arceus has an interesting story, a brand new visual, and a new gameplay mechanic that has never been seen in the series of Pokemon. So it's a nice little direction to go through, and you know, and you don't have to wait that long, as it will be coming out next month. So for those who are, you know, having this game on your wish list, then you don't have to wait that long, since it will be coming out very soon. And you know, I've been planning to get this at some point. I'm just not entirely sure when I'm gonna get it. Now, we don't know an exact release date for this game, but Mario + Rabbids Sparks of Hope is definitely a game that many have been seeing really hyped for, as the success of Mario + Rabbids Kingdom Battle was surprisingly very well. Like, the sales for Kingdom Battle really made a sequel for this game, and you know, I'm not entirely mad about this. Like, the Rabbids, despite them being annoying, can be a bit funny sometimes, and I love the interactions with the Mario characters and all, and the story is a bit interesting. I'm not sure why they're going to space to begin with, and we got ourselves a Rabbid, Luma, and Rosalina. I'm not sure if I should be, you know, I'm not sure if I find that adorable or cursed, but Mario + Rabbids Sparks of Hope is definitely a game that Ubisoft and Nintendo are definitely taking into an interesting way after the success of Kingdom Battle and all. And like I said, we don't know much about the release date, but yeah, Sparks of Hope, if you all are very interested in like a tactical RPG, then yes, Mario + Rabbids would definitely be a good choice for you, and besides, and if you guys want to, I suggest playing the first game, as there are some times where Kingdom Battle is always on sale no matter what. Now, aside from the holiday 2022 release and the premise of Sonic Frontiers, we don't know much about the entire game at all. Like, all we know is that the release date, we know about the cast coming back, and especially the odd power-up that Sonic had during that teaser trailer and now just recently in the latest trailer. But Sonic Frontiers would definitely be a bit of a, to me personally, I think Frontiers is a game that could possibly save the series. Sonic Forces and Lost World felt like okay and mediocre games. Sonic Boom was a catastrophe and an atrocious sort of series, but Frontiers could, if not, possibly save the series. Now, here's the thing. I am carefully optimistic about Frontiers, as we don't know much about what's going on. But this could really be a new thing for for the series. And not only that, it also stated in the website that it is an open zone game, which kind of just seems a way of saying that it is an open world Sonic game, which fans has been wanting for a very long time. And maybe this could possibly be a new Sonic game that really gives out the open world landscape. I don't know. We'll just have to wait until Sega and the Sonic team, when they show us more about it next year, and I hope they don't rush it, because I want them to take their time on Frontiers. And I've mentioned this before in the past. Sonic team, please be careful with your games and take your time on making Sonic Frontiers into a big, somewhat new game that the Sonic franchise could really be saved from. Bayonetta 3. That game that has been on hiatus for quite a few years at that point, and hasn't gotten any new updates for a while. But just recently, in the September Nintendo Direct, we finally gotten ourselves the news release of Bayonetta 3. And was it worth the wait? Oh yes, definitely. Because as Bayonetta stated in the trailer, she is unfashionably late. Better late than never, I guess. So yeah, this is something else. This is something for this Bayonetta fans that haven't wanted to see this installment for quite a while. I can't remember the last time Bayonetta has gotten I can't remember when Bayonetta 2 came out. I believe it was 2011 and all. And plus, with the installments of Bayonetta 1 and 2 on the Nintendo Switch, it was obvious to see Bayonetta 3 to be coming as well. But we didn't know much of when it was gonna be, coming out, and we don't know much about the game at all, as it has been quite it has been MIA for a few years since their announcement of the Game Awards. But for those Bayonetta fans, this could really be for you, really. Now, Kirby in the Forgotten Land. Now, if I'm wrong, then just let me know in the comments. Kirby in the Forgotten Land could be the very first mainline Kirby game that actually went on full 3D. Like a full-on 3D game. Like Kirby Star Allies went into the 3D aspect, but it kind of just go into a more platformer type. This one seemed to give out a somewhat Mario Odyssey feel to it. And I'm very interested in the story of how Kirby ended up in this, I guess you can say, Forgotten Land and all. And this will be coming out on spring of 2022. And, it's really not that far. It could possibly be somewhere between March through May. I don't know, maybe June for all we know. And then again, June is like a summer release. So my best bet could either be March through April, for March through possibly May on Kirby and Forgotten Land. And this is something that I have never expected. It's been quite a while since we got in a mainline Kirby game, and like a actual 3D Kirby game that doesn't consist of a platformer is a bit of a nice mix to the whole, platformer type, as it gives out the whole Mario Odyssey vibe in it. So for those who love a cutesy Kirby game, for those who loves a cutesy game full of exciting combat and everything else, Kirby and Forgotten Land is definitely for you. Now we get to one of the big ones, such as Splatoon 3. But Splatoon 3 is really something else. When the first game came out back in the Wii U, it definitely changed Nintendo's industry a lot, as this is one of Nintendo's, if not Nintendo's best ever modern Nintendo franchise they have ever dated to this very day. And and they are not wrong. Splatoon is a very amazing game with an interesting story, great combat, a battle royale style is something something else, and it's very fast-paced as well. Now, I want to tell you the truth that I've only played Bayonetta, like Splatoon 1. I barely played Splatoon 1. I have never played Splatoon 2, but Splatoon 3 is definitely a game that could possibly bring me back to the series itself. And you know, I could think they could really give out a somewhat big story this time. Since, I mean, all we know is that Splatoon 3 takes place in somewhat of a, I guess you can say, an apocalyptic world, which is sort of based off one of the Splatfests a while back. So, Splatoon 3, for those who are a huge fan of the series, and for those who wanted to try out more of a Battle Royale-esque style, Splatoon 3 is definitely for you. Now, we don't know the release date yet. I can assume it's either summer or fall of 2022, possibly spring for all we know, but Splatoon 3 is definitely one of the biggest franchises that Nintendo has to this very day at that point. But that really doesn't compare to the next game that'll be our last big one for today's video. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. Now, the name has not been said yet. We don't know what the game's sequel is going to be called, but Breath of the Wild, if you guys saw back then, this definitely changed the Zelda franchise. It gave out a whole big open world experience, and now I want to tell you, I have never played a Zelda game before. Well, I mean, I kind of did it once, but I haven't played a single Zelda game in, like, many years at that point. So Breath of the Wild 2 could really possibly bring me into the whole Zelda experience and all, but anyhow, the story, we don't know much about it. I don't care if it's coming out on holiday 2022. The game is already beautiful as it is, and the story is something I'm very intrigued about. And I know I've said it before about the story and all, but that's just kind of what makes games amazing. The story is what, you know, keeps the experience of gaming further and everything else. And, you know, with the visuals, the gameplay so far for Breath of the Wild 2, and yeah, I know many are just, you know, like, you know, a bit impatient on when the game is coming out and we want to know more about the game. I want to let you know that patience is a key to success and all, and once we get more information on Breath of the Wild 2, maybe in a future Nintendo Direct, possibly E3 2022, all I can say for now, Breath of the Wild 2, definitely a game that would definitely hype many, as, you know, it's been quite a few years since we got into its teaser trailer, and then E3 2021 decided to give us more on it further on until next year comes. But yeah, that was all I can say about the games. Just let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What games are you all excited for the Nintendo Switch for next year? And what games are you going to be picking up specifically? Personally, if I have to choose, it could either be Pokemon Legends Arceus, Sonic Frontiers, and maybe Breath of the Wild 2. Most likely Splatoon 3 for all I know. But I want to know what you guys want to pick, what Nintendo Switch games you want to be picking. And so with that, leave a like, comment, subscribe. And if you guys don't want to subscribe, then that's fine by me. Follow my Twitter, and I'll see you guys next time. And remember this: once a legend, always a legend. Like a Hellcat.